Hi, everyone. Welcome to How to Build a Team podcast. We have a very special guest, and I wouldn't lie, I miss this guy so much. I love this guy. He's been my friend since college. He is my best friend. So, without further ado, let me introduce him to you. Chito Bauzon is the Assistant Vice President for Corporate Social Responsibility Marketing of SM Supermalls. He's been leading the integrated marketing communications and project management of SM Cares, the corporate social responsibility arm of SM Supermalls, for 8 years now. It's been a long time. Welcome,
Oh,
Chito.
thanks, Pam. Okay, thank you for having me in your channel.
Yes, it's a pleasure. So, I know you've been busy, and thank you so much for being a guest on our show. But this is with what's happening right now, the home quarantine, the COVID-19 that's happening, pandemic right now all over the world. Working from home is out of your norm. So, share with us what are the challenges that you've had in working from home, from transitioning from office setting to working from home, and how were you able to overcome them?
I think, first and foremost, I think it's important for anyone that's working from home to have the right mindset. We need to understand that this whole quarantine thing is new for almost everyone. So
Mm-hmm.
it's very important to have the right mindset that this is something new. Probably there is no existing template for countries or companies on how to deal with this. So having that right mindset to make sure that we need to adapt to whatever situation we're in is a good start. And at the same time, it's important for you and your teams to be guided to a certain goal. No, we have a certain goal to achieve, which is at this point, I think, business continuity. We also need to ensure the continuity of the livelihood of everyone while we're all trying to deal with what's happening outside. Everyone's just focused on their health, on survival, but also at the same time, we need to be able to understand that there is also business continuity, and we are all pushed to be creative with the way that we will deal with the
Yeah.
work challenges with the given limitations that we have at home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, since after university, you have worked at an office setting, and now all of a sudden, because of everything that's happening, were there any challenge from working at an office? Because at an office, obviously, you can easily, reach out to a team member and tell him what to do, or have a meeting right away if you need to. But with working from home, there are so many things that you need to consider. Would you like to share with us these challenges that you've had with your team members?
Yes, definitely. Of course, in an office setting, everything is just a lot easier, I guess. You have a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah,
resources available. If you need to speak to someone, just walk to the next table or just pick up the phone, etc. But I guess given the current situation, especially for leaders, it's very important for us to understand that each of your team members have varying conditions. No? Not all of us will have the same resources available. Not everyone will have the same um, strength of internet signal, I guess. No?
yeah,
Not
yeah.
everyone will have the same tools available. So I guess that could be a good start. No? So the challenge is really trying to understand what can be the easiest available tool there is for your team members, and how can you make them be most productive. How do you maximize each of their
Right.
potential
Yeah.
given the fact that you're not with each other. So
Mm-hmm.
dyan papasok yung you should always be ready for phone calls anytime. So all
Right.
the tools are available, but understanding that everyone has varying conditions will
Mm-hmm.
give you a better grasp of how to maximize um, everyone's strengths.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true. It's challenging, I guess, with people like you who are used to working at an office, and now that you are experiencing working from home. I think everybody has the opportunity now to level up their game, and it is shown on how good as a leader you are once you are able to still continue the business, continue
Yeah.
the work that you have on a daily thing. And I do agree with you. All of your team members don't have the same internet bandwidth. That's always been an issue here in the Philippines. But if this person has, let's say for example, team member one has a better internet connection and team number two has a lower internet connection, the speed is lower or slower, sorry, then maybe you need to kind of like be flexible enough to shift the task that you need to delegate to each of your team members. That is a good point there,
Mm-mm.
Ruel.
I'd also like to add one thing, Pam. No,
Yeah.
I guess we're now on our third week of the working from home because of the quarantine.
Yes.
But I think there are four key things which I learned from this.
Mm-hmm.
Four things being one is we need to be resourceful. So
Yes.
again, it's a challenging time. Not everyone will have um, all the resources available, but we need to deliver a task or we need to
Yeah.
deliver something. We need to ensure the continuity of what we're doing. So we need to be very resourceful,
Mm-hmm.
learn how to work with what you have and learn how to work with what your team members have. So that's number one.
Right.
Number two is we need to be innovative. No? Apart from being resourceful, we need to be very innovative
Mm-hmm.
because there is a need for us to be continuously moving and continuously moving towards that goal of business continuity and at the same time keeping ourselves healthy and safe. Remember, this is
Yes.
not just making sure that we are working from home, but we're
Mm-hmm.
also making sure that we get out alive after all of this.
Yeah.
No? So we have to be innovative.
Yeah.
Number three, we need to be very resilient.
Mm-hmm.
No? Those that are resilient and those that can adapt to changes are those that come out, victorious out of challenges. Remember,
Right.
again, this is a very new situation for all of us, for the government, for many companies, for many
Mm-hmm.
individuals. So being resilient will give us this is a very good tool to make sure that we're able to move way past beyond the quarantine. I guess
Yes.
the moment that we're all back in the office a
Mm-hmm.
couple of weeks from now will really change the way we see things about what we have in the office. No, I guess it's also a good lesson that what we thought could not be done from
Mm-hmm.
working from home can actually be done.
Yeah. Yeah. You just have to be resourceful.
Yeah, resourceful.
Yeah.
And also, you already have all the available gadgets and laptops. Maybe some can work easier and faster from their mobile phones. And then you have all the different applications. You have Microsoft Teams, Zoom,
Mm-hmm.
Viber, Messenger, WhatsApp. It's available, no?
Yeah.
And sorry, I wanted to go back to what I mentioned earlier. The last
Mm-hmm.
and most important thing which I needed, which I learned from this whole thing is it's important for us to be agile. No, agility is very
True.
key.
Yeah.
But agility in a sense that we just don't need to do things fast or agile. Agility is important in a sense that you need to understand the whole complexity of the process.
Yeah.
Agility in being able to understand how things work given the
Mm-hmm.
limited resources and to be able to farm out different tasks
True.
or
True.
reach the given goal
Yeah.
again within the resources made available to you.
Uh-huh. That is very good, Ruel. You know what? Here at Great Work Online, we always say having a system and a process is really very important, and it's not applicable to only just for businesses or for people who are working from home in the beginning, but also for people who are used to and to work at an office setting. Having that system and the process, and you being resourceful, especially in this time of need, and having that shift of mindset that I guess it's bad and sad to mention also that complaining is not going to help,
Mm.
whining is not going to help. So whatever you have with you, make the most out of it. Use all the resources that you have. And you guys are lucky because you are working from home at this time that everything is in your hands. Everything is within reach. All the tools are there available for you. All you have to do is figure out which tool would be more effective for the rest of your team. So I guess that's it. Actually, my last question
Yeah.
for you, Ruel, is what are your advice? But I think you already said that. But
Mm.
can you
Yeah.
yeah, before we wrap that up,
Yeah.
what are your advice for people who are used to working at an office and now they are forced to work at home?
I think, Pam, I guess the last item which I'd like to share with you is also applicable regardless if we are all working from home or not. No,
Mm-hmm.
so like what I said earlier, all of us have different working conditions. Those that work from home or those which need to come to the frontliners, we all have different scenarios. We all have different
Yeah.
challenges. But I think the key thing that we could, the net takeaway that we could learn from all of this is that we just need to keep on moving.
Yeah.
Sometimes there will be hiccups along the way, there will be
Mm-hmm.
challenges along the way. Just like the other day, my personal phone that I use for most of my communications just crashed, and until now I haven't used it. So I had a bit of a challenge there. But the thing
Mm-hmm.
is, I think in your question, my advice is we just need to keep on moving.
Yeah.
We need to keep on moving to keep ourselves safe.
Mm-hmm.
We need to keep on moving to understand the challenges that a lot of the frontline health workers are experiencing. We need to
Yeah.
keep on moving on improving ourselves, do a lot of online learning. We need to keep on moving to producing as much output as we can.
Yes.
Um, I think that the work from home setup should not be seen as a time off. I
Mm-hmm.
guess for me at least that's how I see it. No,
Mm-hmm.
we've been since I work with SM Supermalls, and maybe you know that SM has been very active in
Yes.
sending out donations and help to as many sectors as we can. So
Mm-hmm.
it was just like a regular working day for me. It's just really a matter of making the most out of what you have and just continue moving.
Right.
Always keep that in mind. Be resourceful. What can I do?
How can I
How can
help?
I
Yeah.
help? How can my teammate produce the best output while they're at
Yes.
home, etc.
Yes.
So it's just constantly moving, no agility and constantly moving
And I
until
guess
because
accepting the fact that
yeah,
you're
and
already in it.
also
Just need to help each
I
other.
guess the nice thing about this is this whole experience of being in quarantine at home
Mm-hmm.
will teach all of us a
Yeah.
lot of lessons in
Something,
life,
yeah.
in work, which is I'd like to see it in that way. No, it's
Mm-hmm.
presenting a unique opportunity for us to learn about many things, not just in
Right.
work and in life.
Right, right. So my last question before we wrap up, I know you're so busy, Ruel. So my last question is, how did this situation changed you in a personal, in a personal level?
Uh, um, many things. First is you will really appreciate, I guess, more the
Yeah,
value of life, the value of health, the value of family, and the value of connection.
right.
We are all disconnected in a way physically,
Mm-hmm.
but the more that we got connected, the more that
Mm-hmm.
we see the need to be connected.
Yeah.
So probably the things that we took for granted,
Mm-hmm.
um, uh, the nurses or the doctors or the
Yeah.
cashiers or the security guards. So I guess really the importance of things that we probably must have taken for granted, that we
Yeah.
are all
Yeah.
alive and healthy and safe, and that we had access to food, that we had access to this.
Right.
Yes, it dawned on me that a lot of people are more challenged when it comes to these things. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
again, I go back to what I said earlier. This home quarantine setup, it's really a delicate balance of understanding the uniqueness of each
Yeah.
individual situation at home
Mm-hmm.
versus the need to keep on moving to ensure
Right.
that there is continuity with everything that we are doing. So
Right.
it's a very unique learning experience for most of us, for all
Mm-hmm.
of us, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Ruel. I think that's it. I
Thank
just
you.
wanna I just wanna say thank you to SM, because without SM, that's the only thing I go where I go to buy my groceries, and I
Mm,
found them very they are very organized. So I thank for those people who are at SM Supermarket for all the work that you've done since this has happened, and for all the things that you are still going to do for all the SM people who, all of you guys. Thank you so much for all the frontliners. Let's just help each other and stop complaining and
Mm.
whining. Just make the most out of it. By the way, you still have to, find a silver lining. Look at the brighter
Yan.
side. Look at the brighter side. We
Uh-uh.
are, people now are slowing down, less pollution, I guess, and more time with your family. So for me, that is my silver lining. So I hope you guys learned a couple or more in this episode. If you guys find this valuable for you, please don't forget to subscribe to our podcast. This will be aired pretty soon, and we will be uploading this also as well on YouTube. And don't forget to like us and follow us on Facebook, on Instagram. Just search for Great Work Online. So again, thank you, Ruel. Don't
Hey,
hang
thank you
up.
very much, Pam. I appreciate the
Yeah, don't
chance to
hang
be
up.
able to share with you
Yes, thank you so much.
insights and lessons learned from this whole work. I mean, this whole home work from home thing is a challenge, but
Mm-hmm.
we can always learn a lot from what's happening around us right now. So thank you
Yes.
again for the chance to speak with you, and I hope to see you again very soon.
Yes, let's have coffee. I miss you. All right.
Okay,
Bye, guys. Thank
sure.
you.